The weather in San Francisco was cold, but the shiver in my body had nothing to do with the air. Mr. Scott's hand, my boss's hand, was still heavy on my back. It felt like it had left a scar. Secret English stories. A few days earlier, at the office, he had leaned too close and said,
"So, Rosalyn, are you ready for tomorrow's presentation?"
His warm breath touched my neck, just behind my ear. The smell of expensive whiskey filled the room. I stepped forward politely, creating some distance. "Yes, Mr. Scott, all the slides are ready." But he immediately grabbed my hand, firmly. When I looked up, his eyes were not on mine. They were fixed on my lips. The desire in his look was clear and uncomfortable.
"You know how proud I am of you, Rosalyn. You're an immigrant. You came here and started everything from zero."
I tried to keep things professional. "Thank you, Mr. Scott. About the technical point on slide 6. He interrupted me. He said we would go on a 2-day business trip to close the deal with the client. Everything was already arranged, including the hotel. My breath caught in my chest. I didn't know how to react. Then he laughed lightly.
"Don't worry. I asked for separate rooms. This project is very important. It could define your future career."
I smiled politely and said it sounded great. At lunch, my colleague Julia warned me,
"Rosalyn, be careful. One-on-one business trips with Scott, especially for young immigrant women, are always complicated."
I replied, "Maybe you're mistaken." I didn't want to ruin my career because of a misunderstanding. I was a woman who had come from another country with a suitcase full of dreams and a strong resume. So I went. The first night in San Francisco, the meeting with the client went perfectly. Afterward, Mr. Scott suggested a walk in the park near the hotel. He said,
"Let's get some fresh air and review tomorrow's strategy."
It was cold. Under the dim park lights, we were discussing presentation data when I suddenly felt his hand on my back. Then I felt his body behind me, too close. I could feel his warmth through my coat. His breathing was fast and hot on my neck. I stepped forward, politely. Silence. But he grabbed my hand again. He stared at my lips with such hunger that my words dried up.
"Rosalyn, you're very capable. With your skills, we can close major projects for the company. You just need to stay close to me. You'll grow fast."
"I appreciate that, Mr. Scott," I said carefully. He didn't listen.
"It's cold outside. I saw some competitors in the hotel lobby. They're not happy we're closing this deal."
His eyes shone.
"Let's go upstairs to my room. It's more comfortable to talk strategy. If we win this project..."
He paused on purpose.
"You'll get a direct promotion to senior manager."
My hand froze in his grip. His eyes dropped to the open collar of my blouse. I felt sick. Julia's warning echoed in my mind. My body trembled. "Mr. Scott, I have a terrible headache," I said. Before he could say more, I walked back to the hotel. The next morning, I was sitting in the hotel's luxury restaurant when he arrived. Before I could take a sip of my coffee, I felt his hand on my thigh. I jumped and moved away.
"Oh, sorry, Rosalyn,"
he said, but there was no apology in his face. He took a sip of his coffee and continued,
"Life is short. Talented people like you deserve the best. I can give you that."
He looked at me meaningfully. Tears filled my eyes, not from fear, but from anger. This was not an offer. It was a trap. I thought of my mother, a woman who had spent her life teaching me to live with dignity. She would never accept this price for my success. Calm but firm, I said, "Mr. Scott, I am here for my job and my professional growth. I'm not looking for shortcuts or personal deals. Mutual respect matters more to me than anything else. I hope you understand that as my manager." His smile disappeared. He leaned back in his chair.
So you want to go back to your ordinary life? That small salary? Your student debt? Think about your future.
I let the tears fall. But this time, my strength came from an unexpected place. Myself. "The future you're describing," I said, my voice steady now, "has no value to me, because I know its price." 3 days later, my resignation letter was on Mr. Scott's desk. No one could believe it. Rosalyn is crazy. Working at Scott Group is everyone's dream. But I knew exactly what I was doing. For 3 months, I was unemployed. I sent resumes nonstop, worked harder than ever. Now I work at a smaller, younger company. The salary is lower, but I feel safe. Today, I received a group email from my former company. Mr. Scott is under investigation by HR due to multiple employee complaints. I sit behind my laptop in my small apartment on the edge of the city, paying for my mother's treatment with my savings. She calls me and says she's getting better. "Don't worry about me or the money," she says. "Follow your dreams. The rest will come." She's right. The rest does come, but only when you have the courage to say no. That no is the strongest yes to the life you truly deserve. And today, I'm grateful that I chose freedom over fear, and that I can chase my dreams without shame.